Ba, how do you do? I am going to introduce you to your devotees through this Ba Stuti. Ba, the eternal, the universal mother, the supreme truth, the supreme power, cannot be introduced or described by words. Still, I have gathered courage and tried to reproduce a glimpse of the spirit of divine love and complete submission of Pujya Swami Sri Timir Baran to Ba in this Ba Stuti. Essentially throughout his life, but most vividly in last few years of life, after Ba came from Kashi in 1984, it was literally impossible to separate Swamiji's existence, his consciousness from Ba. He was breathing Ba. He was living Ba. Ba became his life, his Ek Matram, the only one. I worship Gurudev, Pujya Swamiji, as Ba-Narayan. Timirostu Bhagwan Swayam. Ba, the eternal, the immortal mother of universe, always makes everything auspicious for her devotees. Mahamaya and Yogmaya are powers of Brahman, like two sides of one coin. But for sadhus, for the children who go to Ba for realization, she is Yogmaya, who ensures their spiritual progress and carries them to Brahman, the Supreme God. People worship God as Lord Rudra, Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, and other forms of God as to their faith. But for the children of Ba, they are not different from Ba. They are verily the forms of Ba. Ba is the ultimate essence of divinity. One can realize all in Ba, and one can realize Ba in all. Our prayers to any god goddesses go to Ba only. Prakriti as a whole is nothing but the divine laughter of Ba. The earth, the sky, the dawn, the night, all shows the omnipresence of Ba. Ba is omnipotent. She herself is the creator of whole universe and soul within it. All Vedas, Upanishads are nothing but the outer body of Ba. As all rivers flows towards oceans and finally get merged into it, all different religions, paths, rituals, realizations lead and reach to Ba, the eternal. Drishti, the vision, the spiritual attainment that enables the devotee to communicate with the supreme energy, divine power, is Ba. And the drashta, the visionary, is not different from Ba. The doctrine of iti, which says it is this, it is that too, and that of neti, which says neither this nor that, are the divine plea of Ba. Dvait, according to which both the creator and creation, the Supreme God, are real, directing us towards the path of righteousness and devotion, establishing the supremacy of God. Advait, according to which the soul and Supreme God are one. In both this Dvait Advait approach, Ba is the centrum. Ba is the supreme truth, eternal existence, the divine energy within our mind, soul, an entire consciousness. The form and the formless, both are divine status of Ba, who is lightsome, having divine shining light, which directs us to go towards the treasure of spiritual knowledge. Ba is Brahmamai, full of compassion, and we all cheer in her lotus feet. Ba makes us live. To make us strong, Ba becomes our Shakti. To make us Bhakta, Ba becomes our Bhakti. To make us sing, Ba becomes our song. To make us walk righteously, Ba becomes our divine path. To make us right, Ba becomes our right up. Everywhere, in everything, Ba is breathing. The divine will of Ba motivates all our actions once we start walking on the path to her lotus feet. All scriptures, Puranas, says about the supremacy of divine power, which is none other than Ba. By the grace of Ba, each soul is destined to be divine finally. How much time, how many lives it will take, that depends on longing and yearning of an individual for the realization of supreme truth, which is Ba. Ba makes our path to realization smooth and joyous. All the material objects, inclusive of body, are kshetras, and the knower of all these kshetras is Kshetragna, who is the pure consciousness. Ba only plays the role of both Kshetra and Kshetragna. The fruits of all yagnas go to Ba, who is actually the yagnik, the doer of yagnas. Without the blessing of Ba, Shuddha Bhakti cannot evolve from one's heart. We all are sailing in Bhavasagar. It is not easy to cross it. We are encircled by worldly attractions, and that do not allow us to identify true direction towards realization. Until we have total submission, true longing and yearning full of devotion, we cannot reach the destination, and we get entangled in useless rounds of life and death. With Suddha Bhakti, we can have Ba herself to become a life-saving boat, and she only will become our boatman to take us to the realization of supreme truth, to her lotus feet. A true devotee need not to worry about the methods and systems of worship and rituals. Just offering a prayer emerging out of deep love from one's heart is enough. In flowers, Ba is fragrance. In Deepak, Ba is light. Everything belongs to Ba. She breathes everywhere as divine eternal existence. What more remains to offer? Ba is the smallest amongst small, and also the vastest amongst vasts. All yogas, even samadhi, are fruits of grace of Ba. One remains in divine bliss in the lotus feet of Ba, and there only enjoys all pilgrimages. Braj, Kashi are right there for true devotee. Ba is the immortal, eternal, compassionate mother. Ba only is the nectar, which makes us also immortal. We can become fearless in the devotion and enjoy divine bliss in the lotus feet of Ba. We should pray Ba to fulfill only those desires of ours which lead us to her lotus feet. Ba should be the only and ultimate goal of one's life. We are blessed by the grace of Gurudev, Pujya Sri Timir Swamiji, and Ba is bestowing her blessings as Chandi Krishna sitting at Kalpataru Ashram, as Bhimpuri sitting at Bhimpura Ashram, and as Radharani and Timir sitting in our hearts. Bair Sri Charane, Bair Sri Charane, Bair Sri Charane.